If you want the W, you're going to have to earn it.
It's the final official weekend of summer, but it feels like the perfect fall football night in Walkersville, Maryland. That's because we're treated to one of the area's best rivalries as the Walkersville Lions host the Linganore Lancers. Both teams are 2-0 to start the year. Great to have you with us on this Friday night from Walkersville High School with Coach Rick Little. I'm Brian Pierce. Coach, great to be back and covering one of the best rivalries, not just in the area. This might be one of the best rivalries in the state on Cool Oldies 1450.
Yeah, these two teams have been going at it for a number of years. Though Linganore is a 3A school, Walkersville is a 2A, and have been that way as long as I can remember, typically have been very competitive games, and like you said, two of the very best. We're going to take a quick break here as they play the national anthem at Walkersville High School.
At Amber Hill Therapy Centers, our goal is to provide you with a customized treatment plan using advanced physical therapy and occupational therapy methods and technology. With offices conveniently located in Thurmont and throughout Frederick County, Amber Hill Therapy Centers specializes in sports injuries and sports rehab, back pain, post-surgical rehab, and more. We accept all major insurance plans. Amber Hill Therapy Centers treats patients of all ages who receive care from our highly skilled therapists and staff. For more information on Amber Hill Therapy Centers, check out our website at amberhillpt.com. Amber Hill Therapy Centers, where the patients come first.
Amber Hill Therapy Center is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics on the radio.
Back here in Cool Oldies 1450, getting ready for Walkersville and Linganore. What a fun matchup tonight. From Walkersville High School, the Lions off to a quick start with two blowout wins. First of Liberty, then Poolsville. Plenty of positive stories lined to go over, Coach, but the buzz is around DeMarcus Ross. 45 carries over 2 games, 531 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Next level.
Wow, next level player. You're exactly right. He's definitely, in my mind, a scholarship athlete if he stays healthy. And, this young offensive line for Walkersville, and I say young because they had to replace a number of them from last season, if they can get him through that first level, watch out. He is a game breaker, very talented. I guess the Poolsville coach, in my mind, gave DeMarcus the ultimate respect last week when he talked about DeMarcus being one of the best he's seen in 5 years in the area. Best running backs. So, yeah. A compliment from an opposing coach like that. And, I'm just going to springboard right over to Linganore. Bradley Matthews, 366 yards on 22 carries. He's a dynamic back, too. As we get into and we talk about the keys to this game, the backs are both very, very good. To me, the keys of the game are tackle to tackle, offensive and defensive line. Whoever can control that space and get their running backs into that second level, I think is going to win the game tonight.
And that's what the story was last year. Linganore's Ethan Arneson, he's a special back himself, playing at the college level now, 6 touchdowns. And that was the difference as Linganore scored in every single quarter, twice, 2 touchdowns in the fourth. So tonight we see who the better running back will be. Ross and Matthews, both very good, both extremely talented backs.
Yeah, and I'm not in the coach's office when they're setting up their game plan, but I would not be at all surprised to see both these coaches come up with a defensive scheme that's meant to change the offensive game plan of their opponent and make their quarterbacks make plays. Both of them just starting this year. Sean Pelovitz for Linganore, he's a senior. He was behind Christian Petrozzoli last year, and then Owen Brooks for Walkersville. He's a junior. He was actually the JV starting quarterback here at Walkersville. So this is a great early test for both these, quote, inexperienced quarterbacks.
Looking at the defense, we talked some offense. Looking at defenses, though, what players stand out to you? It seems like both of these groups, especially looking at Linganore, the defensive line is a huge strength when you have a pair of tackles, each with 14 tackles. That front line is a challenge, and if you're going to stop a good running back, that's what you need.
Exactly right. And actually, their defenses are quite similar, other than Linganore will go to a 5-man front. They like their defensive ends to really put a lot of pressure into the backfield, disrupt timing, and funnel things into the inside where typically the nose guard and middle linebackers for Coach Connor's team are really, really good. You know, number 17, Noah Orndorff, 12 tackles, and as you said, Alex Lambert and Zach Barrett's 14 tackles for Linganore. So, yeah, they are a tough group to handle. They've only given up, 14 points on the season?
Correct. Yep, correct.
So, yeah, 1 touchdown each game. And, it's going to be a challenge for Walkersville's offense to establish a consistent offensive drive. They're going to really, I think, have to count on Walkersville breaking a big play or two to score against this Linganore defense.
Well, that's been what DeMarcus Ross has done so far in the first 2 games. That's Coach Rick Little. I'm Brian Pierce. The captains are meeting at the center of the field on the dark blue W. Walkersville taking on Linganore. Great matchup, 2-0 teams very early in this season. Probably the first serious matchup both these teams have had this year after a couple of blowouts on both sides. The captains, you didn't see them for Linganore, are Owen Brooks, the quarterback, the star running back DeMarcus Ross, Achilles Whitby, their tight end, and he plays a little bit of defense as well, and Logan Boston, their left tackle, who has got his eyes set on a potential scholarship maybe at the next level. He is a Monmouth recruit. That's a D1 school. He's going to be fun to watch on that left side tonight, and then maybe when he gets in and plays a little bit of defense too.
Yes, he does play some defense. What Coach Thompson does is he'll rotate those big linemen on defense and offense to kind of keep them rested a little bit. And to me, that also is the key to this game to watch. We get into the fourth quarter because Linganore, they're not going to play anybody on that core 7 or 8 in the middle both ways. So those young men, when they're done on offense, they go rest for a little bit. A whole new group comes in on defense. They will use some specialty team players, skill players both ways, but not very many. They're lucky enough to have that big school enrollment and enough athletes can go both ways.
Linganore in their road white uniforms, the maroon lettering in trim. Walkersville in their dark blue uniforms with the yellow lettering. The crowd for Walkersville, the student section, chanting up and down, saying, "I believe that we will win." Will Walkersville respond as the student section lets out some blue and pink smoke? We are set and ready for action here from Walkersville High School. It's a squib kick picked up by Noah Orndorff on the near side of the 45-yard line in their own territory. That is where Linganore begins, working from right to left. The lights are turned down. There's still plenty of sun out, likely will be for the next hour on this Friday night.
Yeah, great field position. Now, Walkersville has not been all season long kicking the ball deep. Typically, they do a placement into this dead area between the 20 or 30-yard line. That time, it looked like they just tried to drive it into the ground. The ball, friendly bounce to Linganore, and as you said, clearly covered easily by Noah Orndorff, which sets up Linganore. Great field position.
Sean Pelvitz comes out in the shotgun at the 45, turns and hands off to the back, and he's off to the races. Here's Bradley Matthews breaking into the secondary, into Walkersville territory on the far hash marks. Finally wrapped up at the 27. A gain of about 40 yards on the play. Maybe make it about 35, and plenty for the first down, of course, into Walkersville territory.
And that's exactly what we talked about. If that offensive line can get Bradley into that second level, which they did clean, he's got to be a handful.
Bradley Matthews, the junior, now 23 carries. He's pushing 400 yards, 7 touchdowns over these 2+ games. Looking really impressive. Pelovitz in the far hash comes out in the gun. 7 in the box, turns, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, slings it down the middle of the field. He's got a receiver open who misplays it off his fingertips. Gavin Patterson, upset with himself, smacks the fence as he goes out of the end zone. Incomplete and a second down coming up.
Yeah, great play action there. Caught the defensive backs from Walkersville looking into the backfield. He said Patterson had his chance, just could not bring that one home.
So a 2nd and 10 from the 27 on the 3rd play of the game. It's Pelovitz in the gun, 2 tight ends set. Down to the near side is the receiver Chase Perry. The turn, the handoff, it again goes to Matthews. He cuts off the right tackle, breaks into the secondary, knocked down at the 23. Gained 5, and a 3rd and 5 is coming up.
Walkersville's strong safety, Colton Amaral, there on the tackle in run support.
A 3rd and 5 from the 23. A nice tackle by the linebacker. And now the first 3rd down opportunity for Linganore in their road white uniforms. The quarterback Pelovitz now 16 for 22 on the year. The back Matthews behind him. Pelovitz a snap. It's the quarterback keeper straight up the middle. Going to be close to a 1st down. Now he has it. Cuts back middle 10. Spins towards the 6 where he's finally pulled down on the far hash marks. A quarterback keeper by Sean Pelovitz picks up the 1st.
Nice run, elusive. He made a few men miss right about the yards to gain for the 1st down, then moved that inside the 10.
Pelovitz, 320 passing yards and 309 rushing yards in those first 2 games. He's an impressive running quarterback. To Matthews, straight up the gut, hits the first line, presses forward, and he's down at the 1. Bradley Matthews has Linganore knocking on the door, 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And they get to the line quickly. It's Pelovitz under center. It's a quarterback keeper. He pushes the line. A wave of blue jerseys pushes back. He dives forward, and he is down at about the 1-foot line, just outside the end zone.
Good stalemate right there. The defensive line held their ground. And it brings up 3rd down. They bring in a new package of backs, fullbacks.
It's a big
For
package
Linganore.
coming out for Pelovitz under center. He's got a back behind him, a fullback and a tight end to his right.
Wildcat.
Pelovitz, it's actually a wildcat. The snap to Amir Short. He races up the middle, and he's through for a touchdown. The Wildcat direct snap to Amir Short, and he scores to put Linganore on top 6-0.
Number 5, right? Amir Short.
Short ran behind the 2 tight ends in front of him. They had Pelovitz off to his right. And now the extra point attempt coming. Linganore, positive drive, 7 yards. They go from the 45-yard line on their own side, so 55-yard drive in 7 plays. And now the extra point coming from Aiden Marsh. The snap, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is through.
Good.
And it's Linganore leading 7-0. Impressive drive on the ground from Sean Pelovitz and Bradley Matthews. 7 plays, 55 yards. And Linganore, the early 7-0 lead on Cool Oldies, 1450.
Yep. See, Walkersville's going to have to respond. You cannot fall behind this strong Linganore team, multiple scores early in the game.
Coach, what was most impressive about that drive to you? Outside of the one pass that could have been a touchdown, it was dropped in the end zone. It felt like Linganore just imposed themselves and ran it straight up the middle.
Yeah, the line play, and we talked about that pregame, but I did not think the Linganore tackle-to-tackle would be able to control the line of scrimmage early in the game as well as they did there on that very first drive of the game.
It'll be Nicholas Riley, the junior kicker. The left foot kick sends it away. Short kick to the 10. It is returned by the returnman. That's Ross at the 25. Cuts back to the near hash mark. Spun down just outside the 31. And the kick returner was Colin Amarillo. The junior out to the 31. Picked up 20. And that is where Walkersville starts. Down 7-0.
Yep. And Colton Amarillo, he could be the difference if Walkersville's able to break him loose a little bit while everybody's got a key on Ross. Amaral has the ability to break plays also.
Owen Brooks in the near hash mark in the gun. Dark blue uniforms, pair of receivers up top. Damian Grant and Amaral split out that way. Whitby in motion from left to right. He's the tight end. The handoff goes to Ross. He cuts back middle behind the center and pulled down after maybe gaining 3. DeMarcus Ross averaging over 10 yards per touch, just a short gain on first down.
Caden Keister on the stop there is the linebacker position.
Geister, his sixth tackle, the senior on the outside coming across to make the play. And now the ball is on the near hash mark at the 33, 2nd and 7 for Walkersville, already down 7-0 with 8:54 left to go in the first quarter. Brooks once again in the gun. Ross to his left. A pair of receivers up top, including Damian Grant. Again, Whitby in motion from left to right. Ball goes to Ross this time. It's a sweep off the right tackle. And nowhere to go. Ross maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. He was tackled quickly by defensive back Chase Perry, one of two seniors on the outside, pursued it perfectly.
Yep, so you bring your defensive backs up. You get them involved in the run defense, pretty much putting 8 men in the box, as we expected Linganore to do, to really slow down DeMarcus Ross.
Now 3rd and 6 from the 35. Walkersville needs to reach the 41, maybe the 41.5 marker as three receivers come out. Out by himself on the far side is Grant. On the near side, it is Colin Amarillo. The snap with the empty backfield. Rolling to his left. Lobbing left is Brooks. He's got a man downfield. It is Whitby in Linganore territory. Finally tackled at the 32-yard line. Achilles Whitby broke free in the secondary, and the lofty pass from Brooks found him right in the chest.
Yeah, up and grabbed that rebound. A.K. Whitby, basketball player here at Walkersville. And he just did a fly pattern right down the middle of the field, split to two safeties from Linganore. Ball well thrown. First down, Walkersville.
Owen Brooks, his 10th completion of the season. The captain and first-year starter for Walkersville comes back out in the gun in Linganore territory for the first time at the 32. Brooks the snap, hands off Ross, off the right tackle, cuts back middle. He's got room into the secondary to the 10. Foot race to the end zone. Ross is going to win that every time. Touchdown, DeMarcus Ross. Touchdown, Walkersville.
So again, those dynamic running backs, this time Ross's turn, clean into that second level, and there was nobody going to catch him once he broke free down the near sideline.
With 7:28 left in the first, the two ambulances in the background are flashing their lights in celebration of the Ross and Walkersville touchdown. And now the Lions an extra point away from tying it. It is Colin Amarillo, the versatile junior. It's going to be a play fake. Amarillo keeps it himself, dives to the end zone. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Just past the defender, number 38, Kirk Ryland. And that's a touchdown for Amarillo. A two-point conversion for Amarillo. Yep. And it's 8-7 Walkersville.
And, you know, when you see a team do something like that, Ryan, on the first score of the game, they saw something on film. Because that was a direct snap to the kicker, who is a great athlete in Colton Amarillo, and there was no containment easily around that right side for that two-point conversion.
We'll go to break. What an exciting first 10 minutes. Walkersville 8, Linganore 7, Uncool Oldies 1450.
Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
Linganore returns it up to the 40-yard line. It was Colin Doyle, the fullback, getting it up to the 39. A flag came out towards the end of the play as Linganore working right to left got to the 39. And a flag came out. The officials at about the 35 in Linganore territory on the right side of the field huddle together to try to decide what the call is.
At that time, Walkersville kicked that little pooch kick to the dead area of the coverage, and they called it, I think, a holding call. So it's going to be a 10-yard walk-off.
Sorry, Coach.
Yep. So there we go.
Holding call took place at about the 39, so the officials mark it back to the 29, and that's where Linganore begins, down 8-7. Great first drive, ending in a touchdown on the ground. As Pelovitz gives off to the right side, and again, Bradley Matthews in the secondary, breaks into the outside. Look at him go, 30, 25, 20. Nobody catches Bradley Matthews.
70.
My goodness.
Wow.
A 70-yard touchdown run from Bradley Matthews. His speed is unbelievable. His 8th touchdown this year, and just like that, a home run from Linganore to make it 13-8.
Wow. Just a little power toss to the right side, and he bounced his way through the line of scrimmage. No linebacker support there for Walkersville, and he was off to the races.
So Bradley Matthews, his 8th touchdown. He's now up over 400 yards on the season. He's probably, I believe by my count, he's at about 110 yards today in just this first quarter. And an extra point coming up for Aiden Marsh. Make it a 6-point game. Marsh, nice little backspin, and it's through. 3 touchdowns in about 7 minutes. It is 14-8. How about this offense? Both running games on point tonight.
Yep, and again, that is all credit to that offensive line, because both the running backs on their touchdown runs basically untouched.
And when you can't get a hand on Bradley Matthews with that speed, he is impossible to stop. Okay, we'll break real quick. Be right back on Cool Oldies 1450.
Serving our community for over 50 years with quality service at a fair price, Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today. That's Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of Walkersville High School Athletics.
Back on Cool Oldies 1450, the kickoff leads to a flag, and it is an illegal procedure call on Linganore as they deliver the kick. Now,
And the only flag I see was from the Whitecap all the way down behind the Walkersville team. So what did he see?
And I want to ask you that, Coach. So the flag came all the way back by the kick returners. What would that be? About 65, 70 yards away from the actual kick. He's got to have 20/20
So they're
vision to see that.
Having a discussion with the Linganore staff, explaining what he saw. And the only thing I could think, and I'm only guessing, was Linganore had too many men on one side of the ball on their coverage.
Well, now Linganore kicks from the 35. The left-footed kicker, Nicholas Riley. High kick. It will be returned on the far side of the field by Amarillo. He tries to cut back to the right on the near hash marks. Now outside the numbers near side. Breaks one tackle. Tries to cut back middle at the 25. And he's bulldozed out of bounds at the 26. Good coverage from Linganore. And Walkersville takes over from the 26. 7:07 left in the first. Down 14-8.
And that is respect from the Linganore coaching staff. That tackle was by Caden Keister. Their starting linebacker is on kick coverage.
And when you have the starting linebacker having to play a couple extra plays per game on special teams, you know the returners are really dynamic.
Yeah.
And for Walkersville, that's an understatement with Amarillo and Ross back there. Out in the gun, once again trailing. Owen Brooks down 14-8 with Ross to his right. It's a handoff to Ross off the left tackle. He tries to break into the secondary. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Once again, it is the defensive back. This time it's Amir Short, and he pushes him down at the 26 for no gain.
Yep, good inside run support by the Linganore defense. Pushed everything to the sidelines, and Short came up, clean up Ross for a very short gain.
So both seniors on the outside have tackles. It's a 1-yard gain, if that. 2nd and 9 from the 26 for Owen Brooks and company after a great first drive, including about a 30-yard completion to Achilles Whitby. It was his 4th catch of the year. And then DeMarcus Ross broke off a 30-yard touchdown run. Now 3 receivers near side with their top target, Damian Grant, on the outside of that formation, Ross to the right. It is a option play for Brooks. He sweeps out to Ross. Ross off the right tackle, past the 30 to about the 33, close to a first down. It depends on where he's marked. They say he was tackled a yard short by Amir Short, his 2nd tackle on this drive.
Sets up a very 3rd and manageable for the offense of Walkersville. And we have an official's timeout. They sent a player out.
That's Zach Beards, the senior defensive tackle, one of only 2 returning starters on the defensive line, racing to the sideline, so he'll have to come out. Quarterback keeper, Brooks presses forward, leans behind the center, and dives past the first down marker to the 36. A 2-yard pickup for Brooks. First down for Walkersville, down 14-8, 5:30 left in the first quarter.
Yep, good surge there by the core of the offensive line for Walkersville.
Already touchdowns from Ross and Matthews today. It's been a running game so far outside of 2 passing plays. Feels like we could get a lot of points here today, Coach.
Oh, and sometimes you get that in the first quarter and then the defenses settle in, but with these dynamic athletes on the field, it could be up and down a lot tonight.
Brooks takes a snap in the shotgun, throws to the flat on the far side. I think a flag came out.
Yep.
And the receiver gets to the outside, past the numbers, and down to the 41, just in bounds. But a flag, I believe, for maybe a legal procedure on Walkersville came out.
Did we have one?
I thought we did.
I thought we did too, and then
it's a 4-yard pickup. I thought I saw the same thing there, Coach.
Yeah.
That the receiver was in motion too quickly, Cole Amarillo, but it goes for a 4-yard pickup all the way out to the 39. So 2nd and 6 from the 39. Walkersville has to reach their own 45. Ball on the far hash with the quarterback Brooks in the gun. To his right is their dynamic running back Ross. Receiver up top is Damian Grant. One down low, handoff to Ross. Breaks it off the right side. Cuts back to the middle. Hit first by Short. Falls forward for a gain of 4. And not quite enough for the first down. Had to reach the 45. Got to the 44 in midfield. And another 3rd and short coming up for Walkersville.
just try to power sweep over here to the strong side. Linganore had actually shifted their defensive front pre-snap. See if Walkersville coaching staff picks that up and actually goes back against formation.
4:30 left, Walkersville leading 14-8. A late substitution for Linganore. They get that big package in I formation. Hands off to Ross. Ross off the left tackle. He's got the first. Spins to the middle on top of that blue W logo and pulled down at the 47.
Yeah. Right. Power off that left side behind tight end A.K. Whitby and number 57. Check that, 56, Logan Boston.
It appeared Jason Capone and Noah Orndorff, the two stellar linebackers, teamed up to pull down Ross. Credit this Linganore team, though. They've done a good job containing Ross on this drive. Just minimal gains, but they've been enough. 1st and 10 from their own 47. Two receivers down low with Damian Grant up by himself up top. Ross on the right side of the quarterback Brooks. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, points to the sideline, keeps himself past the line of scrimmage, tiptoes out of bounds at the 49 of Linganore, and gains 4 on his first run of the game.
Yeah, great athletic scamper. It almost looked like a design run play for the quarterback. He did get pushed out of bounds right at midfield.
The official says he's at the 50, right at midfield, 2nd and 7. So only a gain of 3 from Ross as he broke to the outside. The elusive senior quarterback, first year starting, also one of 4 captains. His fellow captain to his left is the back to Marcus Ross as Brooks is out in the gun. The tight end Whitby down on the right side. It's a handoff to Ross, who runs behind Whitney, cuts back to the middle, being pulled on the jersey by Nordorf, and he spins away, off to the outside and off to the races. Tackled from
nice
behind
tackle.
at the 20. A touchdown-saving tackle by Chase Perry on the far side of the field at the 20. It is a gain of 30 for DeMarcus Ross.
Yeah, it looked like Linganore looked like they had him wrapped up right about midfield at the line of scrimmage. He broke free and turned on the jets, and Chase Perry with a great hustle to catch him from behind.
Ross is now hands on his knees trying to catch his breath.
Hey.
As Brooks comes back out to the huddle after giving the instructions from coach. Ball on the far hash at exactly the 20-yard line. 3:11 left in the first, 14-8. Ross already one rushing touchdown, nearly had a second. Chase Perry saved it. It is Ross off to the right of the quarterback. It's a fake handoff. Brooks racing to his right, under pressure, gets past one, throws up the middle, incomplete. He was looking down the field. His target was number 8, Jack Berth. Doesn't get a lot of looks, and it falls to the turf.
Owen was able to avoid the rush. Just a little bit of pressure on him as he released that ball off target.
I thought Ross was on the field. It was actually Patrick Ward is the running back. Now Ross comes back out. 2nd and 10, far hash marked at the 20-yard line. Clock is stopped, 2:55 left in the first, 14-8. Brooks in the gun to his left. It's Ross, already a handful of big rushing plays, including a 30-yard touchdown run. Ross goes off the right on the end around, pulled down from behind. A great tackle by Brady Keister. As he got behind the line of scrimmage and pulled him down, Ross was able to pick up one, but now a long 3rd and 9 coming up.
Yeah. Keister was able to beat his lineman and just slip that inside gap and jump right on DeMarcus as soon as he received the ball.
Yeah, what a tackle from behind, too. That's tough to do with their running back with the speed of Ross. 3rd and 9 from the 19. Do the quick math. Walkersville has to reach the 20, exactly midfield. Receiver breaks out to the outside. That is Andrew Thomas. 2 down low, including Damian Grant. Now Ross, the running back, slips to the outside. Empty backfield. Quarterback keeper Brooks. He rushes off the left side, angling toward the sideline. Only going to pick up 2, maybe 3, as he's bumped out of bounds by the linebacker Capone.
Yeah, and linebacker Keister actually made that play. He came clean through on a run blitz and flushed Owen out right away. I'm not sure if it was actually a pass or not, but Owen ended up having to run. Now we got 4th and long. Offense stays on the field for Walkersville.
No man's territory at the 18. Only a hard-working 1-yard run from Brooks. Bit of a turning point with a 14-8 lead for Linganore. 2 minutes exactly left in the first. Walkersville touchdown on their first drive. They need to pick up a first down on a 4th and 8. Brooks shotgun, right, Ross. 2 receivers down low, including Grant on the outside. The snap, Brooks rolls, looking towards Grant, fires up the middle, almost picked off. Falls incomplete to the turf, off the chest of Amir Short, the defensive back, and a turnover on downs for Walkersville.
Yeah, and Amir actually came off the wide receiver on that pass and jumped in front of tight end Whitby to knock that ball away almost with the interception.
How about that drive for the defensive backs, the 2 cornerbacks, Chase Perry, a touchdown-saving tackle about 4 plays ago, and then Amir Short had 2 deflections, including a near pick on 4th down.
Yeah, and it's going to be like that all night for Linganore. All 11 players on the defensive side of the ball will be making plays to stop this Walkersville offense.
Crowd a little quieter here with their team down 14-8 after turning it over on downs. Quick pass and a hook and ladder down the sideline. The trick play, cutting back to the middle, is Chase Perry, and he's pulled down finally in Walkersville territory at the 46.
Actually, that was Bradley Matthews out of the backfield with what we call the old hook and lateral. They pitched quick pass to the split end, who tucks it in a little bit and then laterals it back to the running back coming out of the backfield, down the sidelines, down the far side in front of the Linganore bench, already into Walkersville territory.
Head coach Rick Connor in his 24th season calling up the trick play. What a good one it is there. This time it goes to Matthews again. He tumbles forward, flipped past the 40, down at the 39, gain 7. And another positive run for Bradley Matthews, who is really impressing right now for Linganore.
Yeah, and that, I'll tell you, that offensive line for Linganore is really controlling things so far, giving Bradley just enough space to break them.
Lancers marching up 14-8 already, a pair of rushing touchdowns. Pelovitz in the gun. Matthews behind him. Receiver split. Pelovitz, 3-step drop, looks right now, looks left, lobs it down the right side, looking for his receiver, incomplete. It falls to the turf at the 3. On the deep route down the far sideline, he was looking for Chase Perry, who already has 5 receptions for 44 yards this season. That one over the top by about a yard too much.
And they did a little double move by the wide receiver with the ball fake. Good coverage by Walkersville, though.
Now a hum starts to rise in the home crowd for Walkersville as Linganore working right to left in the road white uniforms. A 3rd and short from the 37. Need to reach the, 37 need to reach the 34. As Gavin Patterson is on the far side. Near sideline, Amir Short. The quarterback, Pelovitz, in the gun of the far hash mark. Tight end down to the right, the back Matthews behind him. The turn, the handoff to Matthews. Matthews off the right side, cuts back middle, breaks one tackle, pulled down at the 26 at midfield by Colton Amarillo. That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle by the strong safety after a gain of 9.
Yeah, and again, the offensive line from Linganore is just controlling the line of scrimmage, giving Bradley enough room to make his first cut and get it into the secondary.
Now the far hash of the 26. Pelovitz in the gun. Matthews behind him. Receiver split. The turn. The handoff to Matthews. Straight up the middle. He's met at the line. Tries to spin in a sumo wrestle to the turf after gaining 2. Down to the 25.
It looks like, is that 88?
Looks like that was, I think it might have been.
I don't have an 88.
A unnamed man there, coach. It might have been Caleb Thomas. Down on the line. 88. Don't have a roster or name on the roster there, but
yeah. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, good first quarter for Linganore, leading 14-8. Nice tackle by number 88. We'll get his name a little bit later on. 2nd and 9 from the 24. When we come back on Cool Oldies 1450.
Everyone in Thurmont knows and respects Dr. John Hageman at Center of Life Chiropractic and his wife Marcia at Center of Life Pilates for their many years of helping people in need and for the wonderful ways they give back to their community through scholarship and fundraising efforts. Center of Life is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. For information or to check out their schedule, go online to centeroflife.us today. That's Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates. Make an adjustment to your life today.
Back here on Cool Oldies 1450, getting set for the second quarter, 14-8. Linganore with the lead, and they are marching 2nd and 8 from their own 28. We just got the number who just made the tackle. That is number 69, Weinrich, pulling down the back Matthews. Good play by Weinrich.
Yeah. Good penetration, wrestled him to the ground. Probably the best run defensive play of the night for the Walkersville Lions.
Pelovitz with Matthews behind him. 2 receivers. They're split on the far hash at the 26. Quick pass to the far side, and it is caught by Perry. He cuts back to the middle. Now spins down to the 10-yard line. Chase Perry on his 6th catch of the season moves all the way down to the 10, a pickup of 15 as he maneuvered after the first hit to keep pushing and pick up the first.
Walkersville cornerback just given too much cushion on that. Just a quick pitch and catch for the first down.
Damian Grant made the tackle, the cornerback. Now on the far hash of the 10. In the gun, Pelovitz looking to extend the lead. Fakes the handoff. Runs off the left tackle. Nobody touches him. Nobody saw it coming. Wow. And Pelovitz in for a rushing touchdown.
Great ball fake to Bradley Matthews. Walkersville actually tackled Matthews and Sean around the left side for the 10-yard touchdown run.
Bradley Matthews probably not used to getting hit without the ball. He'll take it, though, because it led to the rushing touchdown for Pelovitz. He's got over 350 rushing yards this year, but that is his first rushing touchdown in 3 games. And now the extra point coming from Linganore. Up 20-8, 11:32 left in the first half. And now the play is blown dead. A
Neutral zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Neutral zone infraction on Linganore. So Chase Roberts, or rather Aiden Marsh, will reset. Doesn't do a whole lot there. Just up.
Okay, now Coach Connor's asking the referee, he's like, he didn't want to decline it, I think is the, there we go. Now they're going to go for 2.
Because the ball is now moved up to the 1.
Yep.
Linganore comes out, up 20-8. A 2-point completion would put them up by 14. So Coach Connors will opt to go for it now with that extra yard. Probably allows Pelovitz to maybe quarterback sneak this.
Yeah.
That extra 3 feet.
Oh, they got that Wildcat package in.
It is a Wildcat package with number 5 short as the quarterback.
Gets
This
a
snap pushes forward, leans forward, and he did not get there. Amir Short denied, maybe picked up half a yard, needed the full yard. Damian Grant looks like he blew that play up, so did Jack Berth.
So great defense there on the goal line by Walkersville to deny the 2-point conversion run from Short. We'll be right back.
It stays at 20-8 on Cool Oldies 1450.
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today.
Riley's left-footed kick is to the near side. That is where Ross is at. He fields it at the goal line, and it'll be a touchback as he kneels down, and Walkersville takes over, down 20-8, 11:32 left in the first half. Coach, big possession here for the home team.
Big. They haven't been able to stop Linganore yet, so they're already down 2 scores. You cannot fall behind by 3 scores in high school football and typically come back. So you're exactly right. Big possession. And they're in the shadow of their own end zone with that nice kickoff by Linganore.
Lions begin the journey on this drive at the 20 on the near hash mark. Down 20-8. A 30-yard rushing touchdown by DeMarcus Ross is their 1 score. They completed the 2-point conversion, of course. And now they come out with Owen Brooks in the gun. Ross to his right, a pair of tight ends with Whitby off to the right side. Amarillo and Grant down to the left. A handoff to Ross off the left tackle. He jukes, fakes, cuts back outside the numbers near side of the 25, spins down to the 26. DeMarcus Ross, extra effort, picked up 7.
Yeah, it looked like Jason Capone had him in his sights in the backfield, and Ross was able to avoid him. Nice gain on the play.
Ross.
Looks like Linganore's defense, Ryan, every gap, they have their 5-man front, go to every gap, and then the linebackers are filling quickly any extra gaps that might be there between the guards and tackles.
On the near hash, the 32, big formation, 3 tight ends, 1 receiver is Grant. It's a handoff to Ross, nothing on the outside, and he's hit in the backfield, tries to stay on his feet, and finally pulled down. Orndorff in the backfield for his 4th tackle for a loss this season. Hit him within seconds as Ross tried to maneuver across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, clogged everything up where the play was trying to go. And then Orndorff from his outside linebacker position in the backfield just lay it on DeMarcus, and he comes off gingerly.
So Ross, slow walk off the field. Amarillo might be playing running back now. It's 3rd and 8 from the 21. Brooks already has 1 deep completion today. He might be looking to the air this time with Grant on the outside along with Amarell on the left. On the right side of the line is the tight end Whitby, already 130-yard catch. In the gun is a quarterback Brooks. The snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to
There
his
he goes
right,
again.
eyes down the field, looking for Whitney. It's a jump ball to the 50,
Oh, he
and
drops
Whitney
it.
dropped it, went through the breadbasket, then he kicked it out of bounds at midfield. An incomplete pass brings up a 4th and 8 from the 21, and Walkersville will have to punt.
And Whitby, a great athlete playing tight end. He was able to outrun the defensive backs, and I think there was enough air on the ball, and AK just could not bring it home.
Now a punt coming for Walkersville. Can't quite complete it. It's a deep punt. The punter lined up at the 10-yard line. It is Angelo Torres to kick it away. There's the snap. There's the kick. Not a bad one to the 50. It's picked up by Short, and he's wrapped up right away at midfield. On top of the blue W local. Nice special teams play. It looks like it was number 6, LaRon Greenlee, if I got that number correct.
I believe it is.
Okay, yeah.
So the 6 and 8s from up here kind of all bleed together, don't they, Ryan?
That little hook on the 8 looks like it could be a 6.
Not enough space
Yeah.
to really. But, yeah, that was Greenlee with a good kick coverage and able to bring down Short solo tackle.
Linganore in Walkersville territory right at midfield at the 49, leading 20-8, trying to create some serious separation. Pelovitz in the gun. Behind him is Matthews, who already has 1 touchdown. Fake handoff to Matthews. Pelovitz lobs it down the middle, and it's over the head of the receiver, Gavin Patterson. He got a fingertip on it as he was tackled trying to pull it in. Incomplete to Patterson, who went down at the 20 and now is slow to get up.
I think a solid hit by Amarell combined with, who's that, number 9? We're going to take an injury timeout break.
Damian Grant and Amarell tackled him. We'll take a quick break and come back on Cool Oldies 1450.
E-bikes are the latest trend in urban and suburban transportation. Pedal or throttle, exercise or relax. E-bikes are everywhere now in our area. Fredericktown Yamaha Cycle Company is Frederick County's largest supplier of pedal-assisted e-bikes. Fredericktown Yamaha is a supplier of Yamaha, Giant, and Intense electric bikes. From open road to crosstown commutes, mountain bikes, and more. Fredericktown Yamaha specializes in 2 wheels and a motor. Since 1975, located just off Urbana Pike in Frederick. Check out our website at fredericktown.yamaha.com. Fredericktown Yamaha, where the fun begins.
Good news to report, Gavin Patterson is up and he's walking to the sideline. Coach, we were watching the pregame. Patterson looked like he was getting treated on the sideline or the pregame. Played and moving fine, but took a tough hit there looking for that catch.
Yeah, he kind of sandwiched by the 2 defensive backs from Walkersville, and worse for wear, he got his helmet off. Keep an eye on him, and I'm watching Ross sitting over here on the bench.
It's a screen pass to the right, incomplete to Chase Perry, broken up by Damian Grant. Perry came across, and as he was going for the catch, Grant came behind and swiped it out of his hands at a 3rd and 10 from midfield, coming up for the Lancers.
Yeah, that's a great play by Damian. He saw something, saw that play setting up. He attacked it from his cornerback position and really made a play on the ball to knock it away.
Big play here, 9:34 left, 20-8. Lancers leading by 12. And Walkersville hoping for a big stop at midfield. As Pelovitz in the gun. His start back, Matthews behind him. 3 receivers up top, down low by himself. Is one of their best targets, number 5. And the throw to the right side, and it hits the turf incomplete. And the debate there, Coach, is was that a behind the back, behind the receiver, or was that a forward pass? It's tough to tell.
That was really close. From this angle, you have a lot of the Walkersville coaches saying lateral. So
now it's 4th down at midfield, and Lancers will have to punt. And it is just barely away. A good end-over-end punt. Ross will let it go. It bounces, and it's down near the goal line at the 1. But there is a flag in the backfield. If this is roughing the kicker, that's a tough one. Yep, that's the call there, Coach.
Is it running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. So running is a 5-yard penalty, I believe.
So that's a big difference.
Yes.
It is declined because the ball was down at the 1-yard line. So great special teams play by the Lancers.
Actually, it was not. It's a touchback. So I think,
it is. Okay.
I think Linganore was also expecting it to be marked at the 1, but it was actually carried into the end zone by the Lancer covering the punt.
A wild play that has me even confused here, Coach. So it is a running into the kicker. I thought it was down at the 1-yard line, and maybe you're right. That's what Linganore was thinking too.
And now Rick Connor has brought the referees over to question them, because if it's on the 20, I'm thinking he's going to bring it back here and kick again.
So we might get another kick. Okay, so...
Oh, no, he's still declining it.
Okay. So after all of that, it is a touchback by maybe inches, and Walkersville has it at their own 20-yard line.
Correct.
Okay.
So they're not on the 1-foot line, which Coach Thompson is probably really happy about. We'll see if Walkersville can get DeMarcus Ross a little bit of running room.
Walkersville, their home dark blue uniforms, trails 20-8 with 9:30 remaining in the first half. Back-to-back stops, a turnover on downs for Walkersville in their last possession. They scored a touchdown on their first drive. DeMarcus Ross ran from 30 yards out. Since then, they've been quiet offensively. They try to regain that momentum they had at the beginning. Brooks in the gun, Ross to his right, 3 receivers up top, with Whitby down on the left side. The quarterback option, Brooks flips it out to Ross. Ross hit by the defensive back at the 26, gains 4 just outside the numbers on the far side. He's pulled down.
Yeah, just a little sprint option there by the quarterback, Brooks. He tries to get around the corner, draw defense to him, and then pitches it to Ross. Nice gain on first down.
So a 1st and 10 from the 20, or 2nd and 4 rather from the 26 after Ross picked up 6. Crowd starting to get into it for Walkersville below us. A smattering of red on the visitor bleachers on the far side of the field. Good crowd for both teams. Of course, that's what you expect in this big-time rivalry, a pair of 2-0 squads in week 3 of the regular season. With the quarterback Brooks in the gun, hands off to Ross. He's got the first down and more to the 40, 45, 50. Finally pulled down to the backfield in Linganore territory at the 48. There's the big 24-yard scamper from Ross that Walkersville was looking for.
Yeah, he doesn't need much room at all. Good speed, slips through that seam on the right side, across midfield into Lancer territory.
Jack Berth hobbled as he ran to the sideline. Number 8 for Walkersville. He's getting looked at by the training staff. We'll keep you updated on him as he tosses his wristband to the side. On the field itself, far hash mark, 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Walkersville, Linganore territory, down by 12. So plenty of time to make some noise, make a comeback. Trips left side. They've got plenty of room. Blanket coverage. It is a screen pass off to Amarillo. He's got some room down to the near sideline, outside the numbers. Angled out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Maybe a couple yards short of a first down. Amarillo picks up 8 on the pitch and catch from Brooks.
A little bubble swing. Check that bubble screen there for the wingback Amarillo. Good blocking by the receivers here on the near side. Nice gain again on first down for Walkersville.
He was marked down at the 41, so ball near hash. Need to reach the 38 of the Lancers for a first down with the clock stopped at 8:05. And Linganore leading by 12. The quarterback Brooks in the gun turns and hands off to Ross, who bounces off the left tackle. Happy feet cut back middle, presses forward, close to a first down, and he got it. That's an impressive, hard-earned 4-yard run for DeMarcus Ross.
And his first move was to avoid free safety Casey Willett in the backfield. They are playing that close with their safeties. They're like 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Almost daring Walkersville to pass the ball.
It is Chase Perry and Amir Short who do a lot of the damage on the outside. And then those defensive backs, Casey Willett and Chase Roberts, they have no problem playing tight as safeties. Like you said, Coach, daring their opponent to pass because of the talent of DeMarcus Ross, that's what you have to do sometimes. It is 1st and 10 from the Lancers 36 for Walkersville, near hash mark in their home blues. Handoff off the right side to Ross, and he is decked just past the line of scrimmage, upended by the linebacker Jason Capone, I believe. Noah Orndorff was also in on the tackle.
Also credit Brady Keister, the nose guard, in on that play for Linganore.
It is such a talented defense the Lancers have. When you think about the play of Ross this season, he is averaging over 10 yards per touch in his first 2 games. He's broken off a couple big runs, but for the most part, outside of 2 big carries, he's been held in touch. Now 3 receivers near side, empty to the right side. Brooks in the gun, option for Brooks. He's going to keep it himself this time. Actually flips it to the last second to Ross, who runs 4 down the near sideline, picking up 4. Close to a first down, maybe a couple yards short at about the 28. They say 27 officially, so 3rd and 1. Walkersville will likely have a couple chances here to pick up that 1 yard.
Yep, just inside the 30-yard line, like you talked about before, just a little too far for a field goal. Too close to punt, so would not be surprised again to see Brooks just quarterback sneak this one.
I formation, Brooks under center, Ross at the top, Whitby on the left side. Brooks keeps himself, pushes behind the center, leans forward, picks up 4 before he's tackled by Keister. Moving the chains, a first down Lions.
Yeah, that's a good play by the quarterback Brooks. Nose guard Keister is moved, shaded a little to his right, so Brooks just took that and immediately went off the left side.
Under 6 left to go in the first half. Walkersville, if I remember right, they get the ball first to start the second half.
Walkersville
so
opened the game with a kickoff.
They could time this out where they get this final possession of the first half, or at least get it close to the end of the first half. Ideally for them, they get the score, then they can attempt to take the lead to start the second half. So they're not in a bad position, down 20-8. Brooks gun near hash mark. To his right is Ross. 2 receivers up top, including their top target, Damian Grant. The handoff goes to Ross. He stumbles and falls. It's actually the other running back, Patrick Ward, who got the handoff and maybe tripped up by the turf monster for a no gain.
That defensive front led by Linganore's number 51, Michael Patterson, there to stuff things up.
And what a good front it is. Lambert, Patterson, Beertz, Keister, all of them either pushing or double-digit tackles. And the clock ticks at 4:45 and a 12-point lead for Linganore. Brooks comes out of the sideline and back in the huddle, and now they break huddle in their dark blue unis. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Of Linganore. Walkersville working right to left, receiver in motion from right to left. That is Grant now on the left side. Empty backfield as Ross splits out to the right. It's a pass to Ross in the flat.
Nobody.
He's got some room to the 20 on the far hash, to the 15, spins back to the 10, tackled from behind at the 6. Pulled down finally. I believe it was Casey Willett, the safety, with the tackle. Ross into the red zone all the way down to about the 10-yard line.
The refs are discussing something, so I don't see where the flag is currently.
I thought he made it all the way to the 6.
There's a holding call.
Yeah.
There's the flag right at the 20-yard line.
I missed that flag there, Coach. It is illegal motion.
Oh, motion.
At least that's what I heard from the PA announcer. And it brings up a 2nd and 15 from the 30.
So it erases the entire play.
Motion is on your side, wide receiver had to switch over to the wrong side.
Well, I think what happened was he wasn't set for a second before DeMarcus went in motion. You're exactly right.
So receiver not set. That negates a 15-yard pickup. They got the ball down to the 6. And now a 2nd and 15 from the 30. Of course, Walkersville, with that math, has to reach the 15 with 3:59 remaining. Center of the field, in the gun, Brooks. Ross to his right. Brooks, a 3-step drop. He's got confidence in that throw. Down the sideline, incomplete, as he was looking for Amarillo on the near side. And a 3rd and 15 coming up. Brooks had Amarillo, just overthrew him in the end zone.
Yep.
Now it's a 2nd and 15, excuse me.
And we got a holding against Walkersville.
As
Wow.
the flag came out, so now Walkersville is going to face second in a mile. As the play is called off, wouldn't have mattered. It will be second and 25 from the 40. So Walkersville, at this point, you got to be thinking, okay, we don't need this all back on one play, but we need a couple 8 to 10 yard pickups.
Yeah, and you have Ross, you have Amaral, you have Whitby. Any one of them in space can pick up 15, 20 yards.
Lights in full effect. Dark blue sky, week 3 of the high school football season. Pair of 2-0 teams, and Walkersville down by 12, facing a long second and 25. Brooks shotgun.
Got an illegal formation
and
there.
Another flag is going to come out. Pass to the near side. It is caught, and then the receiver is upended as he angles to the sideline. It's going to be an offsides. And the catch by Whitney is negated, and offsides called on Walkersville, their third straight penalty.
The wide receiver on the near side was not on the line of scrimmage. So illegal procedure is going to be the call. They're going to decline it. They being Linganore decline it. It sets up third and very long.
A pickup of 5 for Whitby as he took a hard hit at the 35. Walkersville has to reach the 15, so third and 20 from the Lancers 35 on this play.
So Walkersville here in the last couple of plays showing some new plays, new formations, and their young men just are not executed.
3:40 left in the first half. Walkersville down by 12. It is a long third and 20 from the 35 of the Lancers. Brooks in the gun. To his left is Ross. Brooks rolls to his right, looking downfield, being chased under pressure. He'll keep it himself outside the numbers on the far side. He's bumped out of bounds at the 26. A gain of maybe 9 and a fourth and about 11 coming up. To the 26. The first down markers at the 15.
Good pressure by Linganore up the middle, number 55, Alex Lambert on the chase, flushed Owen out of the pocket to his right side, down in front of the Linganore bench.
Brooks takes a minute to catch his breath, now back in the huddle. Ball sits on the far hash at the 26. Brooks in the Lions break huddle. He's in the gun on the far hash mark. To his right is Ross. 2 receivers down low, including Jack Berth and Damian Grant. That's where Brooks is looking. He rolls to his left, keeps himself at the 20, pushes forward to the 15. He's going to be close to the first down marker. Did he have enough? We wait and see.
They mark
and it looks like he'll be a yard short. Lancer saying he didn't get it as he was tackled at the 16, and he will be a yard short. A turnover on downs by 3 feet. Credit the effort from Brooks, just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, again, flushed out and took off running down the sidelines. Good tackle by Linganore, right 1 yard short of the line to gain for a first down.
The second turnover on downs for Walkersville. It's now a 1st and 10 for the Lancers from the Lions, from their own 16. 3:10 left, they're up by 12. They try to pad their lead. Walkersville will get it to start the second half. Pelovitz in the gun. Receiver in motion from right to left. Bradley Matthews, watch out for him. The running back is lined up on the outside. The handoff goes up the middle. A pickup of maybe 2. It was actually Chase Perry on the outside. Matthews took the handoff, went off the left guard for a gain of 5 up to the 20.
Wyatt Reinrich there to stuff that play.
Now 2nd and 5. Chance of defense from the home crowd at the 20. Lancers need to reach the 25. Pelovitz to his right is Matthews. They flip out to Matthews on the right side, rushes off the right tackle in the secondary, leaps a defender, pulled down to the 33. Picked up about 12 on the play and moves the chains.
Good blocking right here on the right side. Kicked out the defensive end. Gave Matthews just enough room to squirt into the second level and move the chains for Linganore.
Jack Berth made the tackle on the near hash marks, where Pelovitz is in the gun. Again, Matthews behind him. It's going to probably be a run off to the right side. Here it is, a handoff up the middle. Matthews pushed the pile, pulled down, game tackle by the Lions, maybe picked up 4. And Matthews so hard to bring down. When you think you have him at the line, he still presses forward. They say a gain of 2.
Strong, great feet.
2nd and 8 from the 33. In their own territory, Lancers exactly at the midfield. Pelovitz shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Watch out for Chase Perry on the near side. On the far side, I believe that's Gavin Patterson back in. Quarterback keeper Pelovitz met at the line, leans forward, gained about 5 on the second effort on the quarterback keeper.
And that was great pass coverage. Sean pulls it down because nobody was open. Tried to get up the middle. Timeout, Linganore.
Coach Connors calls timeout. 1:40 left in the first half. Walkersville trailing Linganore 20-8 on Cool Oldies 1450.
Hawkins Landscaping, locally owned and operated for over 50 years. Winner 9 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Trained staff of certified landscapers transform your yard from a dream to reality. Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you're looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your outdoor space, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping. When you deserve the best, get them.
3rd and 3 from the 38. Pelovitz in the gun. Receiver in motion from left to right. That's Logan Thomas. Actually right to left. There's a snap. Pelovitz keeps it. A little space up the middle. He's got the first down. 45-40 into Walkersville territory. Pulled down from behind at the 47. A flag came out, though. This might be coming back.
And we have players getting up slow for Walkersville.
I think the official picked up the flag, so no penalty. And it is into Lions territory at the 48. And a first down run for Sean Pelovitz. What a dynamic, multifaceted quarterback he is.
And that was a huge play. If Walkersville could have forced a punt there with their full allotment of timeouts, be plenty of time. That was Whitby who limped off the field with a cramp, the way it looks.
Just under 90 seconds left. Pelovitz in the gun. Snap, turns, handoff to Matthew. Matthew straight up the middle, spins, stays on his feet in the secondary. Finally pulled down at the 30. It's a first down. He was tackled from behind by Jack Berth after breaking at least 3 or 4 hits.
Exactly right. Spun off 2 of those tackles, ran through a third. And this is huge for the Walkersville defense to try to keep Linganore off the board here before halftime.
Clock ticking, 1:05 left in the first half. A 12-point lead for Lancers. They're marching after the 18-yard pickup from Matthews. In the gun, Pelovitz takes a snap, is low, looks left, lobs it down the far sideline, looking for a receiver towards the corner, and it is caught for a touchdown over his left shoulder. Chase Perry pulled it in for his first touchdown of the season. What a spectacular pitch and catch from Pelovitz to Perry.
And I'll tell you what, great pass route by Perry. He drove in hard, brought the corner with him, and then quick break to the outside to get that outside leverage, and a beautiful pass from Pelovitz, put it right on the money about the 2 or 3 yard line, walked in the end zone for the touchdown.
Chase Perry, his 7th reception of the season, 2nd today. This one for a touchdown, his first of the year. And a quick timeout taken with the play clock winding down by the Lancers. That was a stunning throw from the 5'9" Sean Pelovitz, who is having a spectacular first half, putting on a clinic for the Lancers. He can run it, he can manage an offense, and he can clearly throw a dot to the back corner.
Yeah, that 3rd and long up here quarterback draw to keep the drive alive. Huge play by Sean Pelovitz.
Did not start last year. Behind some great talent at quarterback for the Lancers, who made it to the state championship game, lost to Oakdale.
Yep. So it looks like
I'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for making this game possible. That is Amber Hill Physical Therapy, American Legion Post 168, Center of Life, a chiropractic, Fredericktown Yamaha, Hawkins Landscaping, and Thurmont's Country Kitchen. Thank you for sponsoring today's first half.
Linganore called timeout there, had a discussion, and it looks like they're bringing their offense onto the field, try to get back on schedule score-wise with a 2-point conversion.
Up 26-8 with 54 seconds. Their second attempt at a 2-point conversion. It is the offense with Sean Pelovitz in the gun. Back behind him is Bradley Matthews. We'll see if Pelovitz keeps. Maybe turns and hands to Matthews. His top target, Gavin Patterson, who's not had a catch yet today, is by himself to the right. And
Walkersville now does a late substitution.
Pelovitz comes under center, leans forward, the snap, the flip, out to Matthews, cuts back, and he's in as he levels the defensive back across the end zone for a touchdown, or a 2-point conversion, rather.
It looked like two guys from Walkersville had a chance. He just set that right foot into the dirt and avoided both defenders.
Makes it 28-8 with 54 seconds left. Lions in a hole on Cool Oldies 1450.
Thurmont Country Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, their roasted chicken is the best in Maryland.
54 seconds left, 28-8. The Lancers, a comfortable lead against the Lions, but still plenty of time for Walkersville on an absolute rocket. Here comes the return from, I believe that's Ross on the near side, gets to the 35 where he's pulled down, giving Walkersville about 49 seconds to go to work. They've been able to score in a much quicker time than that.
And they have 3 timeouts, so it's not out of the question. Might have to pitch a few here. See how Linganore plays their defense, if they're willing to play pass defense and give up some running lanes to Ross. You know, it's kind of like you pick your poison, Ryan.
Owen Brooks has had one completion, a couple really nice passes. He already has 3 passing touchdowns. 2 tight end set. The handoff goes to Ross off the outside into open space. Wrapped up from behind at the 41 on the far hash mark. Picked up 6. Clock keeps ticking at 40 seconds. No timeout yet from the Lions. Now 35 seconds. They break into the huddle. 2nd and 5 from the 40. Not really thinking about a first down, though, with 28 seconds. Lions come to the line. Brooks in the gun. The snap. The handoff to Ross, tries to look for space on the outside. He is tackled by Keister, as well as, I want to say, Chase Perry. Brings up a 3rd and short with 10 seconds, and I think the Lions are content with letting the first half wind down.
Coach Thompson playing this conservative. He knows he's going to receive the second half kickoff. Just keep the score where it is. Don't make any big mistakes here right before halftime.
We've reached halftime, 28-8. The Lancers lead the Lions at the break. Walkersville will have it to start the second half. We'll take a break as well on Cool Oldies 1450.
Amber Hill Therapy Centers, our goal is to provide you with a customized treatment plan using advanced physical therapy and occupational therapy methods and technology. With offices conveniently located in Thurmont and throughout Frederick County, Amber Hill Therapy Centers specializes in sports injuries and sports rehab, back pain, post-surgical rehab, and more. We accept all major insurance plans. Amber Hill Therapy Centers treats patients of all ages who receive care from our highly skilled therapists and staff. For more information on Amber Hill Therapy Centers, check out our website at amberhillpt.com. Amber Hill Therapy Centers, where the patients come first.
Amber Hill Therapy Center is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics on the radio.
It's the Linganore Lancers up 28-8 at the halftime break. They lead by 20. It's going to be Walkersville getting the ball to start the second half. We have a couple other scores around the area. Looks like Boonesboro leading Brunswick 19-15. Coach.
That would be considered a huge upset in Frederick County if Brunswick loses to Boonesboro tonight.
They're in the last 43 seconds. Brunswick is, so it looks like we got a updated score now, 22-19 Brunswick with 20 seconds left in the half.
Wow, back and forth there. Two evenly matched squads.
So an exciting matchup there. It has been a game controlled by the Lancers. They're leading 28-8. Let's recap the scoring. Amir Short got the party started with a touchdown run. And then for Walkersville, their one score came from a 30-yard run from DeMarcus Ross. That made it 8-6 after 8-7 rather after the 2-point conversion. Then Bradley Matthews, not to be outdone, he rushed in for a touchdown for the Lancers. That is touchdown number 8 already for Matthews this season. That made it 14-8. And then a rushing touchdown by the quarterback Sean Pelovitz made it 20-8 after the 2-point conversion failed. And then a gorgeous pass from Pelovitz to Chase Perry made it 26-8. And then a completed 2-point conversion made it 28-8, which is where we stand right now at the break.
Yeah, and kudos to the Linganore Lancer offensive line. They are controlling that line of scrimmage. Basically, Coach Rick Connor and his staff call any play they want, and his team is executing it. Pelovitz, quarterback, making some nice plays, running and passing, and of course, the dynamic Matthews. On the other side of the ball, Walkersville just needs to find some gaps for Ross or Amaral, somebody to make some plays. I think they may need to spread things out a little bit just to open up some seams for those dynamic athletes. So, got to be interesting. Big comeback for Walkersville. Somehow their defense needs to find a way to make some plays for some turnovers.
You thought it would be the team that had the better offensive line would be the team that was winning at this point of the game. And right now, you're right, Coach. It has been an offensive line battle, and Linganore has just been too tough there.
Yep. Too strong up front. A couple out of town scoreboard. Middletown 14, Urbana 9. You mentioned the Brunswick Boonesboro game. Frederick 13, Oakdale 8.
Wow.
That's all we have in Frederick County.
Keep an eye on those scores as we go along. Let's go ahead and take another break, a halftime break. 28-18. Going to send you over to Michael Betteridge.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Just want to thank our halftime sponsors for making this halftime presentation by the band, which we're going to give you the audio in just a moment. That's Amber Hill Physical Therapy, American Legion Post 168, Brownie's Auto Repair, Center of Life Chiropractic, Cousins Ace Hardware, Fredericktown Yamaha, Hawkins Landscaping, Thermont Country Kitchen, and our newest sponsor, Catoctin Mountain Massage. We'll talk about that and more. Let's listen to the band.
As Michael's getting that set up, I found Catoctin 33, Williamsport 7 at the half.
American Legion Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
Serving our community for over 50 years with quality service at a fair price, Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today. That's Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of Walkersville High School Athletics.
Everyone in Thurmont knows and respects Dr. John Hageman at Center of Life Chiropractic and his wife Marcia at Center of Life Pilates for their many years of helping people in need and for the wonderful ways they give back to their community through scholarship and fundraising efforts. Center of Life is located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. For information or to check out their schedule, go online to centeroflife.us today. That's Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates. Make an adjustment to your life today.
You have a list of things. None of those things say wander around a warehouse looking for somebody to help you, or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brands you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, we have our own list, and great service is at the top.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today. Located on North Church Street in Thurmont, Cousins Ace Hardware is a proud sponsor of high school athletics on the radio.
E-bikes are the latest trend in urban and suburban transportation. Pedal or throttle, exercise or relax. E-bikes are everywhere now in our area. Fredericktown Yamaha Cycle Company is Frederick County's largest supplier of pedal-assisted e-bikes. Fredericktown Yamaha is a supplier of Yamaha, Giant, and Intense electric bikes. From open road to crosstown commutes, mountain bikes, and more. Fredericktown Yamaha specializes in two wheels and a motor. Since 1975, located just off Urbana Pike in Frederick. Check out our website at fredericktown.yamaha.com. Fredericktown Yamaha, where the fun...
Hawkins Landscaping, locally owned and operated for over 50 years. Winner 9 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your yard from a dream to reality. Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you're looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your outdoor space, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping. When you deserve the best, get the best.
Thurmont Country Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Ha! Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, their roasted chicken is the best in Maryland, hands down. Thurmont Country Kitchen's menu is unbelievable with something for everyone. Check them out today. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in and welcome our newest guest to Cool Oldies 1450. That's Catoctin Mountain Massage and Wellness Center. They passionately believe that what they do enriches people's lives emotionally and physically. Catoctin Mountain Massage and Wellness Center is not just a therapeutic massage center, but it is a collaboration of the healing arts using Reiki, sound, movement, art, and more. Catoctin Mountain Massage and Wellness Center are people who care. Nerve or orthopedic issues, back and neck pain? Catoctin Mountain Massage and Wellness Center can help you. Enjoy luxurious treatment with amazing results at Catoctin Mountain Massage and Wellness Center. Oh, and by the way, they're looking for experienced massage therapists who are skilled to join their team today. Just check out their website, Catoctin Mountain Massage. That's MTN, Catoctin MTN Massage.com, and connect with them today. And welcome to them, one of our newest sponsors here on the radio. All right, let's get back upstairs to the booth and check out the second half of this great Linganore-Walkersville game after this.
Good afternoon. This is Julio Flores. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are set to square off against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in a Week 3 clash. Dallas will be hosting Baltimore on Sunday at AT&T Stadium. The Cowboys come off a disappointing 44-19 home loss to the New Orleans Saints. The Ravens are aiming to avoid an 0-3 start after falling to the Las Vegas Raiders last week. Jackson had 520 yards and 2 TDs to go along with 167 rushing yards this season. The Ravens are 5-1 all-time against the Cowboys dating back to 2000. Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani has become the first player in Major League Baseball history to record 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in the same season. Ohtani did it Thursday in Miami against the Marlins. Only 5 players previously in MLB history had ever eclipsed 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases in the same season. And that's sports. I'm Lou Flores on the Maryland News Network.
I'm Dr. Baker, an ER physician. If you're having leg pain, swelling, or redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet, don't wait. This could be deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot which could travel to your lungs and lead to a pulmonary embolism, which could cause chest pain or discomfort or difficulty breathing and be deadly. Your symptoms can mean something serious, so don't wait. Talk to a doctor right away, by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emu wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous.
We are set for the second half of action from Walkersville High School. The Lions have some work to do. Down 28-8 to the Linganore Lancers. 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing for the Lancers in that first half.
Impressive offensive showing in the first half. That offensive line, and as I get a chance, I'll make sure we acknowledge each of those individually. But we're set to kick off. Linganore with a kickoff. Walkersville receiving.
Walkersville will get a first crack at it in the second half. They're down by 20, but still time to come back. DeMarcus Ross has some room as he tries to cut back middle, stays on his feet. He's under pressure and pulled down between the hash marks at the 24-yard line. And Walkersville takes over there, down by 20 to start the second half.
Hey, when he's running that football in space, you're just kind of holding your breath. Great team effort there by Linganore. They stayed disciplined, and Colin Doyle with the final wrap-up and takedown.
DeMarcus Ross, the only touchdown for the Lions in the first half as they take over at the 23-yard line. Near hash mark, the quarterback Brooks is in the gun. 2 receivers up top. Damian Grant out wide with Colin Amarell. In the backfield is Ross. Hand off to Ross. He sweeps off the left tackle, tries to break to the near sideline outside the numbers. He's hit once, then twice, just past the line of scrimmage in front of the sideline.
Yeah. And the first 2 gentlemen from Linganore to put a helmet on him, cornerback Chase Perry and free safety Casey Willett, just to show you how much the defensive backs are in run support. And quickly, that was just a 1-yard gain.
Perry having a great game. Touchdown reception offensively, a handful of tackles on the defensive end. 2nd and 9 from the 25. In the gun is Brooks. To his right is Ross. Brooks has the option, keeps it himself off the right tackle, and he's hit just in front of the line of scrimmage. Alex Lampart, his 16th tackle this season, pulled him down after a gain of 2.
And that sprint option and a good adjustment at halftime there by Linganore. And Brooks coming to the sidelines with his arms crossed, holding his left arm and elbow.
So Brooks comes out. Austin Ward is in along with Achilles Whitby. Looking for the...
And I think Colton Amarell.
Yeah, Colton Amarell.
is going to be the quarterback.
So Amarell will play quarterback. He's their dual threat receiver, running back, kicker, now quarterback as he backs up the starter Brooks. That's a big storyline to keep in mind. Brooks comes out, Amarell is in. He's only got one pass this season. It was for completion. 3rd and 7. Walkersville has to reach the 32. Amarell is in the gun. And the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle. Spins, tries to cut back to his left, and is pulled down after picking up a yard. 4th and 5 from the 26. And the Lions will be forced to punt.
Not a good start for the second half here for Coach Thompson and his Lions offense.
Now the big concern though is the
checking the injury
Brooks.
here on Brooks. They're looking at his left shoulder and not look good.
As he's communicating with the trainer who's working on his left shoulder, like Coach Little said, we'll keep an eye on him just on the near sideline in front of us as his helmet's being taken off. Here is the punt. It's a end over end far side return to the 45. Returner stumbles and is tackled. That was Chase Perry, and Lancers begin at their own 45. Comfy lead at 28-20, 9:18 left in the third quarter.
And actually, looking back on that last play for Walkersville, Ryan, I believe that was a wildcat formation. That was a direct snap to Ross, and then he faked the jet sweep to Amaral and just ran up the middle. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Thompson does if indeed they lose Owen Brooks at the quarterback position.
As his helmet is off, his left arm is being treated. Ball on the 45. Lancers leading by 20. Take over for the first time of the second half. Sean Pelovitz, a rushing and a throwing touchdown. The senior, only 5'9", plays like he's much bigger. Pinpoint accuracy. Feels like he can see over the line just fine. Very mobile quarterback. An impressive showing for him today.
And as we were chatting, unsportsmanlike penalty against the Lancers will march this ball back 15 yards, take away their really good field position.
So they'll start at the 30. Not a huge blow for the Lancers, leading by 20. Right now, Walkersville, they want to make a comeback. Still time. They need 3 and outs or turnovers.
Yeah, the Lions need to come up with a turnover somehow. No turnovers so far. We had a couple 4th down that were not converted, so turnover on downs, but no takeaways via interception or fumble.
Pelovitz shotgun, turns, hands off. Matthews races up the middle, into the secondary, beats one defender, 50, 45, tripped up at the 42, tackled from behind. It looks like maybe Amaral was able to reach him at the 39-yard line of Walkersville.
Wow.
Whitby also chased him down.
Yeah, he gets through that line of scrimmage, and he's a handful for the defensive backs. Great straight arm there, knocked off one defender.
Over 300 yards in total for the Lancers today. As again, the quarterback in the gun. Snap taken by Pelovitz. Again, it's a handoff, and this time Matthews met in the backfield and pulled down at the 39. May have been able to scramble back to the line of scrimmage. Nice penetration for the defensive front of the Lions.
Yeah, Patrick Word, linebacker, a little run blitz there. And assisted by Caleb Thomas. Looks like Caleb's having a lot of trouble with calf cramps. He's out there in the field moving around right here in front of us, Ryan, this outside linebacker.
Trying to stretch out his leg. A chatty murmur from the crowd of Walkersville. Not a lot to cheer for right now as the Lancers line up in front of their road red uniforms and Shirts in the backdrop. Quarterback Pelovitz in between the hash marks and the gun at the 40. Snap, turn, sweeps it off to Matthews. Matthews cuts back middle past the left tackle into the secondary, leans forward to the 31, needed to reach the 30 before being tackled.
And another Lion in the backfield had his grips on Matthews and he's been able to run right through him.
3rd and short. This would be a big stop for Walkersville. Of course, Lancers at this point at the 31 need to reach the 30. They're in 4-down territory. Clock ticking, 7:37 left in the third quarter. Lancers up by 20 as their top receiver, Gavin Patterson, he's moving fine after coming out earlier out to the right side. Chase Perry with a receiving touchdown off left. Hand off to Matthews. Hit at the line, presses forward, tackled from behind by Damian Grant, but not after a pickup of 6 and a first down for the Lancers.
Just too strong. You almost need 2 gentlemen from Walkersville to get a hold of him before he gets going. Otherwise, he's 3-4 yards easily every time.
A 1st and 10 from the 27 of Walkersville. Linganore marching again. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. 4 different players have scored. Weren't sure which team's offense would come to play today. It has been Linganore. They won their first game against South Carroll 42-3. Wickham-Micco 41-12, and now they're in control 28-8 against Walkersville. Snap to the quarterback Pelovitz, looking left, throws up the middle, or keeps it himself, excuse me.
Actually, it's a tight end.
Oh yeah, there
pass
it is.
Right up the middle. You're exactly right.
Yeah, caught by the tight end for a pickup of 8.
I guess Coach Connor wanted to reward tight end Andrew Thomas with a reception there. He's doing such a great job blocking along with his teammates. Maybe have a chance now for the Lancers. Their line, center Isaac Ferreira.
Thomas, his first catch of the year, and it's a 2nd and short. Pelovitz shotgun, middle of the field. Matthews behind him, the turn to Matthews. Matthews fakes, cuts back right, tackled at the line, maybe gained 1. He had to pick up 2. And they're going to say he did pick up enough to the 15 to move the chains.
So we have center Isaac Ferreira, guards Alex Tortolani, along with Cole Mullenix, tackles Dylan Schoen and Kendon Bauer, and tight end Andrew Thomas leading the way for the Lancers.
Now Pelovitz, shotgun behind him. Matthews, center of the field, to turn the handoff to Matthews, straight up the gut, dragging the defender behind him, breaks 1 tackle, finally pulled down after a gain of 3, just inside the numbers. Whitby able to wrap him up.
And you know, another thing that's so impressive about Bradley, only a junior, runs so hard, avoids tackles, breaks tackles, but yet has that ball so secure. We haven't seen it bobble all night. He's getting hit and punched numerous times, every carry.
Neither team a fumble. Doesn't seem like Matthews has the ability to even fumble with that vice-like grip on the football. A 2nd and 6. Matthews, handoff, hit, and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Again, positive penetration from the defensive front. I believe maybe Logan Boston was in on the tackle.
Yep. Number 57, good penetration from his defensive tackle position.
Just under 5 minutes left in the third, up by 20. Lancers inside the red zone. 3rd and 6 from about the 15.
And Whitby comes out with cramps, replaced by Andrew Duramus.
Lancers working left to right in their road white uniforms. In the gun, Pelovitz, center of the field, behind him Matthews. Pelovitz a snap, 3-step drop, pass up the middle. It's caught into the end zone. Touchdown Lancers.
Looks like number 32, who lines up at the fullback position, slipped out right down on that inside seam, down the hash mark for the touchdown reception.
Colin Doyle, his first reception, goes for a touchdown. First reception of the season. The 2nd passing touchdown from Sean Pelovitz. And the Lancers break it open, leading 34-8, looking for their 5th straight win against Walkersville. And right now they're in a good spot with a comfortable lead. The extra point is chipped up and through by Aiden Marsh. 35-8. 8 now with 4:21 left to go in the third quarter. Let's see if the Lions can get something positive going here. We'll take a break and come back on Cool Oldies 1450.
At Amber Hill Therapy Centers, our goal is to provide you with a customized treatment plan using advanced physical therapy and occupational therapy methods and technology. With offices conveniently located in Thurmont and throughout Frederick County, Amber Hill Therapy Centers specializes in sports injuries and sports rehab, back pain, post-surgical rehab, and more. We accept all major insurance plans. Amber Hill Therapy Centers treats patients of all ages who receive care from our highly skilled therapists and staff. For more information on Amber Hill Therapy Centers, check out our website at amberhillpt.com. Amber Hill Therapy Centers, where the patients come first.
Amber Hill Therapy Center is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics on the radio.
Lions down 35-8, 4:21 left in the third. Take it over off the kickoff. Ross at the 25-30. Head of steam to the 35. Hit once, wrapped up at the knees, finally pulled down at the 37. Marcus Ross looked good on that kick return today.
Yeah, he is a dynamic athlete. Yep. He can get her going. Let's see if Walkersville can take advantage of this solid field position here to start their second drive of the second half.
At the 38-yard line is where the Lions begin. So Amarillo, I believe, will play quarterback. Ross out there with him. They were both talking to coach.
Yeah, let's see how they line this up if they just wildcat again. Here goes Amarillo to the wide receiver position. Direct snap. It's going to go to Ross.
So Ross in the wildcat. 8 in the box for the Lancers. Amarillo in motion. It's a handoff off the sweep to Amarillo. Off the right tackle into the secondary. Hit outside the hash mark. Inside the numbers. Hit by a gain of 4 on the play.
So it looks like this is Coach Thompson's plan B when they lost their starting quarterback, Owen Brooks. Be a wildcat with direct snaps to Ross.
Lions working right to left. 3:45 left in the third. Now Angelo Torres comes out. He's playing a receiver. Ross also breaks from coach and into the huddle. Ball down to the far hash mark at the 42. Lions need to reach the 48. Ross again in the wildcat. Amarillo on the far right side. We'll see if he comes in motion again. Direct snap to Ross. Ross looks like he's going off left. Instead keeps it right up the middle. Spins and dropped at the 47. They need to reach the 48. A pickup of 4, and it brings up a 3rd and short.
DeMarcus is going to get tired if this is the game plan for the rest of the second half.
Jason Capone on the tackle. Ross well up over 100 yards today, but it's come at a cost. A lot of hard hits.
Strong up front. You know, and we were talking about this at halftime, Ryan. If you look out there, that front 5 of Linganore does not look imposing size-wise, but strength-wise and quickness, athletic ability cause a lot of problems up front.
3rd and short from the 46. Again, direct snap to Ross. Stutter steps, cuts back middle. Met just past the first down marker at the 48. At least one official says it's a first down. The other one does not look like he concurs. Let's see what the final call is.
See where they drop that football. They keep. That's going to be enough.
Yeah, just barely got it. So Ross picks up the first, gain of 3. But again, it is 3 yards here, 4 yards there. A back like DeMarcus Ross entering today averaging 12 yards per touch. Just outside of a few carries, hasn't been able to get that big home run ball we've been used to.
And now Linganore brings in their defense even tighter for run support in the secondary with the linebackers.
1st and 10 from their own 49. Lions down 35-8. 2 minutes left in the third. There's about 6 players, 7, 8 in the box for the Lancers. Lions and Ross in the wildcat. Direct snap. He keeps it up the middle. It's actually Ward. Breaks into the secondary. Beats one line. Beats the second. Thrown to the turf by Chase Perry at the 15. A breakout run for Patrick Ward. He comes in, maybe the fresh legs pays off. He brings it all the way down to the 17 of the Lancers.
Yep, direct step to Patrick, and he was clean through the line of scrimmage. Quickly inside the 20.
This time it's Ross line up the Wildcat of the near hash of the 15. Direct to Ross. Ross right up the middle. Cuts back to the right. Now back to the left. High steps into the end zone for a touchdown. The second today for DeMarcus Ross. Untouched into the promised land.
16-yard touchdown run by DeMarcus.
Touchdown number 11 for Ross this season. That time the line created a crease, and when Ross can get through untouched by that first line, usually he's going to make the linebacker and the safety miss. He did exactly that on that play. Ross again lining up the Wildcat as Walkersville goes for two. It's a snap off to the right. Ross one-hands it, brings it back into his body, breaks off the left tackle, did not make it. Gained a yard. He needed, of course, two for the two-point conversion attempt. It comes up short, and the score remains 35-14. So had he made that, it would have made it a 19-point game. You start to trim some of these possessions down, but there is a flag on the field. Or no flag. Okay, it's picked up. No flag after the play. So DeMarcus Ross, another rushing touchdown from the Wildcat. 35-14 with 1:27 left to go in the third on Cool Oldies 1450.
Our local American Legion Post 168 in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
35-14, 1:27 left to go in the third as the Lancers take over after an impressive drive led by the Wildcat, DeMarcus Ross, and Patrick Ward, the big gainer. Ball is going to somehow stick on the turf at the 25. The returner picks it up and is knocked down as he tried to reverse backfield to about the 21. That kick, it's like a chip shot in golf. A divot. You want to check the field
like,
for a little hole there.
Velcro or something that just it just sucked and stuck to the ground, right, Michael? It looked like it was going to roll out of bounds over there in front of the Linganore bench, and it's like Amir's just standing there letting it go and say, "Oh my God, it's not going out of bounds."
A near perfect kick. Lancers keep it as they begin their drive from the 21. Basically as good as a touchback. Officially at the 20 with a 21-point lead. Pelovitz turns, hands off. Matthews, stutter steps, cuts back left, and he's tackled, picking up 6 on the play.
And he twisted ankle or knee or got a cramp. He's going to limp off. We'll keep an eye on Bradley Forrest.
Not something you want to see if you are the Lancers. May not be a bad idea to give Bradley Matthews the rest of the night off. You haven't wrapped it up yet, of course. A minute left in the third, only up by 21, but maybe we'll see the backup running back come in as Matthews has some time to work out a possible cramp. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Pelovitz in the gun. He flips it out to the backup running back. That's Amir Short. He races back up the middle, past the first down. He's tackled at the 31.
Yep. And you know, it is a warm night tonight for the end of September.
It's the second to last day of summer.
Yeah. And we have another cramp situation for a Walkersville player.
Looks like that was Achilles Whitby. He's been battling that throughout the game. Credit him for playing through what appears to be potentially a nagging cramp situation. Now he's getting looked at by the training staff on the field.
you know, just thinking about what Walkersville's doing offensively with the Wildcat, impressive that they're able to still block the Linganore Lancers and get Ross and Word free for those long runs, because like you said, you were counting 8 men in the box, and the 3 that weren't were about a yard out of the box, 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. So yeah, it's all run defense for Linganore. Credit Walkersville front 5 and tight ends for moving people enough to break Walkersville backs free to pick up this touchdown here in the third quarter.
Whitby slowly walks to the sideline. It's tough. There's only so much you can do with the Wildcat. We've seen Amarillo come in motion once or twice, but for the most part, they know it's going to be a direct snap to the running back, Ross.
Yeah.
It's a good test for Ross. I mean, here's a chance to show what he can really do if he, not like he hasn't done that already this season. An incredible start to the year.
Yeah, but to do it against this level of talent is impressive.
Short is in the backfield behind the quarterback. Pelovitz in the marker, hands it up the middle. Short pushes forward, got back to the line of scrimmage. That time the front 4 for Walkersville holds steady, and it brings up a 2nd and 8. 2-yard pickup by Short.
Yeah, somehow the Walkersville defense needs to get off the field. They're going to leave the quarter end on that play.
The clock winds down at the end of the third quarter. It is 35-14. The defense for Walkersville will get a break. We'll take a break and come back and cool Oldies 14-15.
Cool Oldies 1450 THU is the leader in high school sports broadcasting. Since 2008, we have broadcast more high school sporting events than any radio station in the 4-state area. Football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Regular season playoffs and state championships from Southern PA to Brunswick, the Western Mountains of Maryland to the Eastern Shore. Cool Oldies 1450 THU is #1 in high school sports broadcasting.
Start of the fourth quarter, Linganore leading Walkersville 35-14 on Cool Oldies 1450. As the Lancers have a 21-point advantage and they are on offense. Boonesboro caps off a 47-yard drive with a score, and the point after is no good. Now 25-22. Boonesboro with a lead, 9:31 left in the second quarter. Third quarter, excuse me. As the handoff goes to the outside, kept by the back, Bradley Matthews.
Actually, it was quarterback play action
there we go.
to Short, and he made an elusive move to keep that play alive and pick up positive yards because it looked like the defensive end from Walkersville had him in his sights.
Thanks, Coach, for catching that.
Yep.
First play of the fourth quarter. Now 3rd and 3 from the 37.
And here comes the Wildcat package for the Lancers.
We know it's coming here from Linganore. Let's see if Walkersville can stop it. Get a stop here, maybe force a punt. You have to really be perfect the rest of the quarter to make a comeback, but it's still possible for Walkersville. You're at the point, though, where you can't make any mistakes. It's got to be perfect football the rest of the way.
And that includes stops like this situation right here. And then we're going to have a timeout by Linganore.
Big play. Coach Connors recognized it, takes the timeout. 3rd and 3 from the 47. Ball exactly in between the hash marks. We'll go ahead and take one with them. Come back with this big third down coming up on Cool Oldies 1450.
The Mechanicstown Methodist Episcopal Church was formed in 1849. Now that was 12 years before the Civil War. Zachary Taylor was president, and Harriet Tubman escaped slavery and fled to Maryland, where she became free. 45 years later, Mechanicstown changed its name to Thurmont. It's hard to believe, but that big brick church on Long Road east of historic downtown Thurmont is now celebrating its 175th anniversary. The Methodist Episcopal Church went on to become the Methodist Church in 1939. They became the United Methodist Church. Thurmont United Methodist Church has survived change, and today they invite you to join them on Saturday, September 28th.
3rd and 3 at the 37. Lancers need to reach the 40. Turn and a handoff, and they're going to get there easily. Amir Short jukes back to the middle as he breaks past the 50. He fumbled it at the last second at the 45. Who recovered it?
And I think the referees are saying he was down.
Okay. So
before
Lancers
the ball
keep it.
came out. So during the timeout, the Lancer coaching staff switched packages, went back to their normal. Pelovitz hands off to Short. Big gain into Walkersville territory.
We saw Bradley Matthews go out in the third quarter. So Amir Short is in at running back. Pelovitz in the gun. Down low to his left. One receiver, it's Chase Perry. There's one up top as well. The turn, the handoff goes to Short. Short hit the line, leans forward as he was upended, I believe, by Austin Ward. Maybe gain 2.
Walkersville needs to find a way to get off the field. Linganore almost in 4-down territory here makes the challenge even harder.
Yeah, 2nd and 8 from the 41. They have to reach the 33 of Walkersville. Linganore working right to left in their road white uniforms underneath the black night sky. Lights turned on, of course. A lot of red in the backdrop. Lancers fans almost filling the entirety of the visiting bleachers. Big Walkersville crowd as well. In between the hash marks, in the gun, Pelovitz behind him is the back Short. Pelovitz a snap, turns hands, fakes the handoff to Short, drops back, under pressure, lobs it down the field, looking to the end zone, spinning, twirling is Chase Perry, and he can't track the ball. It falls incomplete at the goal line. And a 3rd and 8 coming up for Linganore.
Yep, that little bit of pressure forced Sean to scramble to his right, and then when he released the deep bomb, it traded off to the right, and Chase Perry was looking over his left shoulder, just could not zero in and bring it in. Sets up 3rd and 8 for the Lancers.
Still just between the hash marks. Pelovitz looks over to Coach Connors and gets the play call. To his left by himself is the receiver Chase Perry. Up top, Gavin Patterson by himself. 2 tight ends down to the right side. Dropping back off the snap is Pelovitz. Under pressure, avoids one, throws it to the right, looking down for Perry, and it is caught for a touchdown. A 40-yard touchdown pass from Sean Pelovitz to Chase Perry, his 2nd receiving touchdown today. And it's now a 41-14 lead for the Lancers with 9:32 remaining.
Great pass by Sean. The receiver beat the defender in a one-on-one situation, and Pelovitz laid it right on the money.
Sean Pelovitz, his 2nd passing touchdown. He's got a rushing touchdown, that one from 40 yards out. It is his 6th passing touchdown this season. Aiden Marsh up for another extra point opportunity. His 4th today is through. He's a perfect 4 for 4. And right now, everything going perfectly for Linganore, leading 42-14. 9:32 left to go in the 4th. We'll break on Cool Oldies 1450.
Serving our community for over 50 years with quality service at a fair price, Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today. That's Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of Walkersville High School Athletics.
Lions trail the Lancers 42-14, 9:32 left. Walkersville entering the game have been averaging 55 points to their opponent's 9. But right now they have a long way to go, just looking to string some positive drives together at this point. Low line drive kick caught by the up returner at the 32, and he just takes a knee down at that spot. It was Josh Jenkins making the catch.
Linganore changed kickers, and instead of kicking it deep to Ross, they did that little short control kick, again showing respect for DeMarcus Ross back there to return the kickoffs, not allowing him to get his hands on the football.
That's really the one thing that could help Walkersville make a comeback, would be a kick return for a touchdown. And the Lancers don't take any chances with Ross, who is now the Wildcat, takes the direct snap off the right tackle.
Gone.
And he breaks into the secondary. Foot race to the end zone, 30, 25, 20. DeMarcus Ross, his third rushing touchdown of the day.
69 yards on the run. And when he broke through the line of scrimmage, it was over.
Makes that even more impressive. You know it's coming. The Lancers had 9 in the box. Great blocking off the right side. Ross read the hole perfectly, and the secondary was a step too late, and that's all Ross needed to sprint to the end zone.
Wow.
Already 12 rushing touchdowns this season. He is something else. DeMarcus Ross. That might put him up over 200 yards rushing today, or at least very close to it.
Yep. And the extra point kick by Almoral is good.
42-21. That's the big play you need for Walkersville. Now it really isn't about getting stops. They're going to have to force turnovers.
Yeah. Hey, out-of-town scoreboard. Urbana has taken the lead on Middletown 15-14 in the fourth quarter. Oakdale has come back and has taken the lead on Frederick 21-19 in the third quarter. Catoctin continues 33-14 over Williamsport. And I still have Boonesboro 25, Brunswick 22. So some great games out there around Frederick County.
Back here at Walkersville, 42-21, Linganore leading, and they've doubled up the Lions with 9:23 left in the fourth. Now remember, the Lions in the first quarter of last week's game against Poolsville, they scored 42 points, so they can score quickly. Obviously much more of a challenge today with their quarterback Owen Brooks getting some work done on, it looked like his left arm, maybe the left shoulder, and Ross playing the Wildcat. It worked out there, a big 69-yard rushing touchdown. So Walkersville needs turnovers, kicking off left to right. It's a squib kick, big bouncing ball, and it's picked up by the man who was at the front of the line at the 40, and he's pushed back to the 35.
So close. Walkersville was right there, but Big Andrew. Oh, I lost the name all of a sudden here. Andrew Thomas, who plays tight end, just corralled that ball, and there was no taking it away from him.
Kieran Imbull made the tackle. A nice hit to push Thomas back to the 37. That's exactly what you're looking for on that onside kick. Kind of a squib onside hybrid that took a big bounce after really rolling for 10 yards. Skipped up maybe 3 or 4 yards, and Thomas, a couple inches taller than anybody else in the field, a little bit closer to the ball, and that probably helped him out there because it was a 50-50 chance. Now Short comes out behind Pelovitz. Both running backs are, or at least one running back is out. Pelovitz breaks one tackle, not the second. Tried to break it to the outside off the right and could not. Picked up 2. And a 2nd and 8 for Linganore coming up.
Patrick Word from his linebacker position able to get a hold of the ankles of Amir and bring him down. Short gain.
All positive runs, though, for the Lancers. Even a play like that, you're not going to see them get tackled behind the line of scrimmage often, if at all, in this game. And I don't have one down yet for them. As Pelovitz in between the hash marks and the gun. Short behind him. Receivers split off either side. Of the sweep play off the right to Pelovitz. Short tries to leap over the first would-be tackler. He does, then hit as he landed on the turf for the 41. Only picked up 4, and it brings up a 3rd and 5 from the 41 on the far hash.
So, again, Walkersville's defense with 3rd down in positive territory. If they can hold them here and force a punt, got to get their hands back on the football, do the Walkersville Lions.
We approach the 8-minute mark, 42-21 in the fourth quarter. Lancers leading, and they have the ball on the far hash mark at the 41. They need to reach the 46, a 3rd and 5 coming up, and they can take their time as Pelovitz looking to the sideline to get the play call. Reading a big piece, like a big whiteboard with probably 7 or 8 different signals, and now he gets it. Symbols, I should say. It's a pass into the flat to Short, catches the 40, cuts back to the middle, 45. He's got the first down, spins to midfield, finally wrapped up at the 50 by a couple Walkersville players, gain of 10, and moves the chains.
And there were a few Walkersville players that had their sights on Amir, and he was able to elude both of those and cross midfield, move the chains.
At the 49 of Walkersville, Lancers can take their time. Again, Pelovitz looks to the sideline, gets his signal, comes back out in the gun on the near hash mark with receivers split. Chase Perry down low, and Gavin Patterson up top. Short is standing behind Pelovitz. Pelovitz stamps his foot twice, now 3 times, snaps, turns, hands off Short. Short fakes left, cuts back right, jukes to the middle, tackled at the 47, maybe the 46, picking up 4. I think the officials will mark him down. Yeah, the 46 and a 2nd and 6 coming up.
I got number 8, Jack Berth, nose guard for Walkersville at the bottom of the pile, and number 62, freshman Braden Mitchell at the top of the pile there for Walkersville.
Berth, an active day. He's been very busy. A lot of runs straight up the gut from the Lancers. They'll let the clock tick down with 6:40 as they try to salt this one away, leading by 21 in the 4th. Trying to move to 3-0. Both teams a perfect 2-0. Neither team's been tested this year. All of their wins so far have been by at least 3 touchdowns. As Pelovitz guns, snaps, drops back, keeps it himself, up the middle, hit around the line of scrimmage, got maybe 2 or 3 on the play. He was pulled down by number 14, I believe Caleb Williams made the first hit. They've had some help as well.
Ian Barr with the assist. Again, a 3rd down for Walkersville.
Ian Barr helping out. I think he got the official tackle. A 3rd and 4 from the 41. Lancers need to reach the 37 on the near hash. In the gun is Pelovitz trying to salt this win away and go to 3-0. Pelovitz a snap, a sweep out to Short. Short cuts back middle, has the first, upended at the 36 and down to the 35.
Colton Amaral with the tackle, but not before the Lancers move the chains.
I don't have the number in front of me. It feels like the 3rd down efficiency has been extremely good for the Lancers this evening.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, and I don't have the official stat type in front of me. I'm not sure that Linganore has failed to score on any possession.
They have not punted yet. They've not turned the ball over, so that would be correct there, Coach.
And I don't recall any turnover on downs.
The handoff again to Short up the middle into the secondary. Jukes to the right, outside the right hash mark. He's tackled at the shoelaces after picking up 12. Short got to about maybe 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage, slammed on the brakes, tried to cut to the outside, and was pulled down from behind.
Yeah, that offensive line again from the Lancers just controlling things.
Ball in between the hash marks. Lancers taking their time, now under 5 minutes left to go in the game. Walkersville probably gets one more opportunity. The Lancers are just working to run out the clock. We're probably not going to see Bradley Matthews come back in. He came out at the end of the 3rd quarter. Didn't look to be in serious pain, just kind of hobbled off for safety reasons. I would guess he's going to stay out. Amir Short is doing just fine in as a backup running back. It's a fake to Short. The quarterback, Pelovitz, looks to the right, lobs to the end zone on the right side. It is caught for a touchdown. Chase Perry's 3rd receiving touchdown in the game. A little pump fake from Pelovitz drew the safety, and Perry pulled it in the end zone.
Yep, a little double move there on the ball fake. The defensive back bit on the fake. Easy pitch and catch for the touchdown for the Linganore Lancers.
48-21, the 3rd passing touchdown for Sean Pelovitz. He has 7 this season, also a rushing touchdown. What a performance from the senior for the Lancers. And an extra point coming up for Aiden Marsh, his 5th attempt today. Snap good, hold good, kick is hooking and through. Aiden Marsh 5 for 5. It's all coming up roses right now for the Lancers. They lead 48-49, make it to 21. 4:18 left to go on Cool Oldies 1450.
Thurmont Country Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Ha! Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, their roasted chicken is the best in Maryland, hands down. Thurmont Country Kitchen's menu is unbelievable with something for everyone. Check them out today. Thurmont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the radio.
Short kick from the Lancers. It is fair caught at the 32. And on the far hash mark is where the Lions take over, down 49-21, 4:18 left in this fourth quarter. What a performance by Sean Pelovitz, just spectacular through the air, on the ground. Really talented player.
Yep. No mistakes as a quarterback. That's what you want as your coach. And not only that, able to make plays. He was just missed on a few passes, but boy, really an impressive performance.
What do you think of his pocket presence? I've been so impressed with the snap, the drop back. Does not look rushed at all.
Yeah, he looks like he's comfortable back there, even under pressure, doesn't force things.
Here's a direct snap. It is, I believe, is that Ross or Ward? That is Ross. Okay, so he takes the carry. Ross already 2 big rushing touchdowns, one for 69 yards, one from about 30 yards. He has a third touchdown as well. So DeMarcus Ross, as good as advertised, up around 200 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. He'll check out, and Patrick Ward is going to hop in. We've been chronicling it. Owen Brooks came out in the third quarter. Looks like he may have banged up his left arm, possibly his left shoulder. So since about the midway through the third quarter, the Lions have been in the Wildcat formation. And they are here with Patrick Ward, who had a big run earlier. The snap, keeps it, runs off the right guard, presses forward, past the first down marker, tackled on the near hash mark at the 42.
So they'll move the chains, keep this drive alive.
Long season ahead, just week 3. You know, the Lions getting a late touchdown here. That could be some positive momentum as they work their way through conference play.
And they had a few players battling through cramps. Lost their starting quarterback, but the team continues to play hard for Coach Thompson, which is positive. As you said, early in the season, you're going to have your bumps. This is a very talented, good Linganore team you're facing tonight.
Closing in on the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Ward direct snap, a little bit high, pulls it down off the right guard, collides into the front line after gaining 3. A tackle made at the 46, group tackle from the Lancers, and 2nd and 6 is the next play for the Lions. Humid evening temperatures, high 70s, low 80s. Second to last day of summer. Feels like it is still summer. We'll wait and see how the temperatures cool over the next few weeks. It's a clear night. Really good one for football. Fun rivalry. Walkersville and Linganore. Linganore is going to win their 5th straight game in this matchup. And we keep an eye on Owen Brooks over the rest of the week as Patrick Ward is in the Wildcat. Direct snap. Chest high, brings it down, and he is upended in the backfield. Casey Willett, the penetration, and his 2nd tackle for a loss tonight.
Free safety. Quickly. And this is not a good sign.
A Lions player is down. Didn't get a number on it. Didn't appear like he went down right away. As the trainer raced out, he was kicking his legs up in the air for the moment. Now he's getting looked at. We'll tell you who it is. Keep an eye on it. Looks like he is up, though. That's a positive sign. will keep it here. Who do we got there, Coach?
Colton.
Okay.
Amaral. He too is holding his left shoulder.
So Colton Amaral, who has been out there with Patrick Ward and DeMarcus Ross taking direct snaps, has a helmet off, limping a little bit on that left foot as he is walking to the sideline. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Lions. 1:47 left in the fourth.
And we have a stoppage. Referees reset.
Ward and the Wildcat near hash mark. He's lined up just behind the 40. Ball is down at the 44. Direct snap. Ward takes it up the middle, spins towards the near numbers, and he's twisted and twirled to the ground, tackled by Jason Capone at the 47. Now a 4th and 5. We'll see what Ward can do here. A bit of a distance to go. It's Austin Ward playing out there with his brother Patrick Ward. Patrick is playing as the running back in the Wildcat. Jack Berth also to his right. And here's Patrick, all alone in the backfield, needs 5 yards. Needs to reach Linganore territory for the first down on the near hash mark in the Wildcat. Snap, Ward racing forward, off the right tackle, knocked down close to the marker. I think he got it, and he did just barely. A first down run for Patrick Ward. He took a smack at the end of it.
Yeah, and leaning forward, a no-quit run out of Patrick, just enough to move the chains. We're under a minute to play.
Clock ticking down to 42 seconds. We'll probably get one more play. At least there's a confidence booster maybe at the end. A good first down run off the Wildcat. And
I think that's going to do it.
That is going to do it. You're right there, Coach, as both teams walk to the sideline. And the Linganore Lancers, there's enough time to let it wind down. 20 seconds left. We'll win this one. 49-21. The Lancers move to 3-0. And the Walkersville Lions dropped to 2-1. It was a tight first quarter. Then the Lancers broke it open in the second.
Yeah, just superior offensive line play. I mean, their athletes made plays for sure, but that line gave enough running lanes and gave Sean Pelovitz just enough time to make some nice passes. Just a great offensive performance by the Lancers tonight. 31 Boonesboro, 29 Brunswick with 11:47 left to go in the game. So close one there. Is that a surprise to you? Actually, no.
Okay.
To me, I think Boonesboro has a really nice football team this year. Brunswick, they're expected to win. You know, got the quarterback, Ethan Houck, Division I player making plays for the Brunswick Railroaders with his supporting cast. So them putting points up, not a surprise there either. And again, I think Boonesboro has a nice football team.
Speaking of a nice player, Sean Pelovitz, he had 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Kind of stole the show from Bradley Matthews, who had a couple rushing, or at least 1 rushing touchdown as well. Pelovitz, what a performance by him tonight. We were talking about the running backs, Bradley Matthews and DeMarcus Ross, who had 3 rushing touchdowns himself. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
But Pelovitz and Ross, 2 stars tonight, 1 for either team.
Yep. So we got what we expected out of Matthews and Ross.
Yeah.
Pelovitz exceeded expectations, and that's your difference there. And again, I was impressed with that offensive line play. They just controlled this defensive front for Walkersville the entire night. I mean, like I said, we don't think there was a single stoppage of any Linganore offensive drive. Everything ended in a score.
Coach, any final thoughts on this one? Walkersville, we hope, I guess, Owen Brooks now, we want to make sure he gets okay. Ross looked great, but the big story will be Brooks this week, making sure he gets ready as we go to conference season.
Yeah, obviously it looks like Coach Thompson has a Wildcat package ready to go. If you lose Owen Brooks, you hope Owen Brooks comes back. You hope some of the other players that limped off the field on and off, Colton Amaral, Thomas, Whitby, all are healthy because Coach Thompson doesn't have a deep bench. So he needs those players to stay healthy.
Any final scores, Coach, that we should know about before we break out?
They're not final.
Okay.
According to what I'm looking at, Middletown now leads Urbana 20-15 in the fourth quarter. Oakdale now leads Frederick 28-27 in the third quarter. That's a little closer than most people thought. Boonesboro 31-29 over Brunswick, as you talked about. Catoctin put another one up. They're now up 40-14 over Williamsport. And that looks like all Frederick County. I don't see a Tuscarora score. But
a fun week 3 in high school football. It was a fun one tonight. Controlled by the Lancers. A lot of good action, though, on both sides. They beat Walkersville 49-21. An amazing performance from Sean Pelovitz. Big thanks to you for tuning in tonight on Cool Oldies 1450. For Coach Rick Little and Michael Betteridge, I'm Ryan Pierce signing off. We'll talk to you next week on Cool Oldies 1450.
Good night, all.
Don't worry, if you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast, all of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.